Hi, it's Darnell with NuWave Recipes, and today I'm going to cook up sweet potato fries in the NuWave Bravo XL Smart Oven. I'm going to be using a recipe direct from the book that comes with the unit, and so I've got myself one really big sweet potato here, and basically I'm going to get this cleaned up, peeled, cut up into French fry type wedge size, and after I get that all done, I'll bring you on back and we'll start working on these sweet potato fries with the sweet potato fry recipe. All right, this is what I have for this sweet potato fries recipe, and this is coming directly from the NuWave Bravo recipe book. So I know that sweet potato fries usually go through a lot more preparation to avoid them being mushy, and those steps are not in this recipe. So I'm basically following the recipe and we'll see how it turns out. For the Bravo, I did cut them really thin to try and avoid them from being too bunched up mushy. But I've got my chopped up sweet potato fries. I've got 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to use some Applewood smoked sea salt. You're supposed to use some salt, and I've got some will be freshly ground black pepper. And you can also, if you want to, use like some turmeric or red peppercorns and such if you want to use any of that. Of course, this sweet potato gave me way more fries than will fit into this single layer baking pan. I put some foil in and sprayed some cooking spray on the foil. Although I'm going to be coating them with fries, I still like to spray it with some foil. But to start here, what you're supposed to do is to get the fries into a bowl with some oil and toss them with some salt and pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the NuWave Bravo on, and I'm going to hit the menu button until I get to roast, and turn the temperature up to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to hit time temp. Let my cooking time be 20 minutes is what is recommended in the recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start. That's going to start preheating. While that's preheating, I'm going to go ahead and finish tossing these and then start spreading them out on an even layer here on the baking sheet. Alright, I've put out about as many as can be reasonably spread on the baking pan. So the rest of these I'll just have to do in some later batch, but I want to do these with you for now. Alright, the preheat has finished. I'm going to go ahead and put these fries in. They go in on the second rack up from the bottom. So got them in there, just going to hit start, let them start cooking. And for all these that are left, I mean there are so many left, I think I'm going to break out the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite and turn this into a versus to have some in the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite and some in the NuWave Bravo. So gonna go grab that Power Air Fryer Oven Elite. Alright, so for the ones that I'm going to put in the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite, I'm going to do them a little different. I was just following the recipe there, and I see they're sizzling in there on the baking pan. They're sizzling pretty good. But I'm going to do these a little different. I'm going to toss these in the oil and the salt and pepper, put them on crisper trays, and put them into the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite. I'll bring you back once I have all these crisper trays filled up and in there. Okay, things are cooking away in the NuWave Bravo. It's got about 11 minutes left, and I've got 3 crisper trays filled up with sweet potato fries in the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite. This is basically the only way I was going to get them all finished in a reasonable time to, it'd probably take much longer if I tried to do them all in there, or if I tried to do them in here. And I know if I did them in here in the rotisserie basket, just to mention, they would come out soggy. I know that. So just trying them on the crisper trays to kind of do an even comparison to there, except for here they're on crisper trays there in the baking pan. So just going to close up the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite, hit the power button. I'm going to hit the French fry button, and I'm going to let them go for the 15 minutes, and I'm just going to see how the ones on top look after the 15 minutes. And when these come out or done in 10 minutes, I'll get those out also, and I'll probably have to move the Power Air Fryer Oven a little over to get those out of the NuWave Bravo. So I'll bring them back. Alright, things in the NuWave Bravo are just finishing up. Those in the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite have some more time to go. So I'm going to just hit power there since they just finished. Get my light on. And I apologize for the noise from the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite, but it's a louder cooker than the NuWave Bravo. So here are our finished sweet potato fries. They look pretty decent. Alright, so I'm going to get some off, put them on the plate here. I'm going to eat some for a taste test fresh. You know, fresh out the cooker. And then I'll try some from the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite as soon as they're done. But these look pretty good. And so I'm going to get the camera swapped for a quick taste test of these. Alright, let's do a quick taste test. These are from the Bravo. More. I'm checking. Yeah. Alright. So they taste good, but without the additional prep that's required to remove the mushiness from sweet potato fries. These have the typical mushiness of sweet potato fries that don't have that extra preparation on them. So they turn out well, but they do have the mushiness that you have from sweet potato fries. They don't get that extra prep. So let's see what the Power Air Fryer Oven will do. We'll be going back to that. Alright, so these in the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite have gone almost 15 minutes. I'm going to add time. I want to get them to get that full 20 minutes. Well, actually, they were nearly done, so that will get them basically a full 20 minutes time. So I'm going to just let them go ahead and run for another 5 minutes. So these will have had 20, the ones on the top rack, and these have had 20, and we taste tested them. So I'm going to let these finish out, and then I'll bring you back. And forgot to mention that the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite is cooking at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's at 400, that's the max it'll do. The NuWave Bravo can go hotter, so it was cooking at 425. You can go up to even 450 if I wanted to go up to 450. So these weren't looking very completely done at 15 minutes, so that's why I'm getting them another 5 minutes, and I'll bring you back. Alright, it's been about 18 minutes or so at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and I think the ones on top look done enough for me at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and open up. Now keep in mind, the Power Air Fryer Oven does not require any preheating, so you kind of get up and cooking faster. And look, you know, they look very done to me at this point, and that's 18 minutes. So I'm going to stick a couple of these on here. I'm going to close up. I'm going to put the rest of these just over there for safekeeping. And I'm going to, actually I need to, hold on. I'm just going to set those there and elevate these up to the top. And these others up to the middle. Now I'm going to close up. Now I'm going to up the time. Just give them 5 minutes like that. And I'm going to use these for a taste test and just stick those over there. So I'm going to get the camera swapped around. Alright, here's our first batch from the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite after 400 degrees for 18 minutes. They feel soggy. And get a thinner one. Alright, one final. And this one that was almost the burnt. Well, I mean, really cut really thin and almost burnt. It had a little crunch. Alright, let me give a quick verdict before I gotta switch the camera around again and do some more work in there. I feel that the ones from the NuWave Bravo, because they were sizzling in the oil on the baking pan, those taste a little better because they were sizzling in the pan in that oil, whereas with the crisper trays, the oil doesn't get to sizzle on them like on a pan. So the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite sweet potato fries, they taste good, they're fine, you can do them, and they'll turn out just fine. But I will give the Bravo the nod for this one. And let's go back, so just so everybody who uses a Power Air Fryer Oven Elite knows how long the rest take, I'm just going to cook up the rest here for you to finish this out. Alright, so these had almost the full 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and just get them out so that I can move the next rack up. These look pretty good. So you see they look pretty well done. And I'm just going to move the next set up to the top. And I will say, you know, if you want to try and get comparable results, I guess you could line foil on here and do it that way. I'm going to turn the time up so they have 5. You could line with foil to try and get comparable results, but they don't recommend really using foil in the power air fryer oven. So the choice is yours there, but they probably would come out more similarly to the NuWave Bravo if you line your crisper tray with some foil and had them cooked so that the oil is kind of cooking on them. But the choice is yours. We'll give these some more time and then I'll bring you on back. Okay, these have, you know, just 3 minutes at the top and they're looking pretty done. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn it off here and get them out, let you have a look. So see, you can tell they were getting pretty crispy. So basically, you know, the first set that were up top in the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite were 18 minutes, then 5 for the next set that were moved up. That moves you up to 23 minutes. And then we did just 3 minutes for the last rack that was moved up to the top. And so that makes 26 minutes total. After I moved the first top rack, I moved the middle one up to the top and the bottom one up to the middle. Then after I took that one that was up top out, you know, after it did its about 5 minutes, I took the one that was in the middle and moved it on up. So, you know, just kept moving things up. 26 minutes total. And that cooks a whole lot more sweet potato fries than could be put on that baking pan. So you do get more volume in the Power Air Fryer Oven Elite. So anyway, we're going to end it there. And you can find this, other recipes at superwaveovenrecipes.com. I'm on Twitter at Wave Oven Recipes. Instagram, there'll be photos at Wave Oven Recipes. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share the video with a friend. Subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments. And good eating.